Isaiah Cipher, Our Current World Events 2,700 Years Overdue. 1. The Hook, the 2,700-year-old news cycle. What if I told you that this morning's headlines weren't written in a newsroom, but in a cave near the Dead Sea over 2,700 years ago? Most people see the book of Isaiah as ancient poetry, but to top-tier intelligence analysts and historians, it looks more like a geopolitical blueprint. From the specific rise of modern nations to the exact technological vibe of our era, the Isaiah Cipher is the most scrutinized document in history. Today, we aren't talking about religion. We're talking about probability. We're stripping back the metaphors to show you 3 specific events happening right now that Isaiah predicted with terrifying precision. Is the clock ticking down, or are we just seeing patterns where they don't exist? 2. The archaeology, the scroll that shouldn't exist. Before we get to the what, we need the how. In 1947, a shepherd boy found a jar. Inside was the great Isaiah scroll. It was a miracle of preservation, 1,000 years older than any other copy. Why does this matter? Because it proves that these predictions weren't added after the events happened. They were locked in carbon-dated ink centuries before the modern world was even a dream. Isaiah describes a world where knowledge increases and nations are shaken. But it's his specific map of conflict that is sending chills down the spines of modern observers. 3. The Geopolitics, the burdens of modern nations. Isaiah chapters 13 through 23 are known as the burdens. He calls out specific cities and regions. Look at Isaiah 17:1. Damascus will cease from being a city and it will be a ruinous heap. For 3,000 years, Damascus was one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities on Earth. But look at the footage from the last decade. It is, for the first time in human history, a ruinous heap in major sectors. He didn't stop there. He predicted the drying of the Nile, Isaiah 19, and the rise of a highway between Egypt, Israel, and Assyria, modern-day Iraq, Saudi Arabia. Look at the Abraham Accords and the NEOM project. We are seeing a 2,700-year-old economic map being built in real time. 4. The technology, woe to the land of whirring wings. This is where it gets weird. In Isaiah 18, he describes a distant land sending ambassadors by sea in vessels of papyrus or swift vessels. In the original Hebrew, he describes a land shadowed with whirring wings, tsiltsal kenoyam. Ancient translators thought he meant locusts, but modern scholars they look at the sky. Isaiah describes a globalized world, a world where news travels swiftly and a standard is lifted on the mountains for all the world to see simultaneously. Before the internet, this was impossible. Today, it's just a Tuesday. He was describing global connectivity 27 centuries before the first fiber optic cable was laid. 5. The atmosphere, the distress of nations. Isaiah's tone isn't all doom. He describes a specific birth pang cycle. He says the world would feel like a woman in labor, increasing frequency, increasing intensity. Does it feel like the world is speeding up to you? That time compression is a core theme of the Isaiah Cipher. He predicts a moment where the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. Scientists call it polar wander or geomagnetic shifts. Isaiah called it a spiritual reckoning. The signal is the noise. The more chaotic the world gets, the more the cipher seems to align. 6. The conclusion, logic versus legend. So, is this just Texas sharpshooter fallacy where we hit a barn and then draw a bullseye around it? Or is there a mathematical impossibility to how many coincidences can happen before they become a certainty? Isaiah's message wasn't to scare people. It was to prove that history has a pilot. If he was right about the cities, the technology, and the geopolitical shifts, then he might be right about what comes next, a period of unprecedented peace. But I want to know what you think. 1. Is the ruinous heap of Damascus the ultimate smoking gun for this prophecy? 2. Do you feel like the world is currently in the birth pangs Isaiah described? Let's debate in the comments, keep it civil, we're all looking for the truth here. Hit that like button if you want more ancient tech deep dives. Subscribe and hit the bell. Next week, we are decoding the Ezekiel 38 alliance and why some of the world's most powerful militaries are forming a circle right where the Bible said they would. Thanks for watching. Eyes open.